This is a video presentation on the concept of project reports in Indira Gandhi National Open University and guidelines for submission of projects. This presentation is from Visakhapatnam Regional Center. Dear IGNOU learners, we are welcoming you to this small presentation on the course projects of IGNOU programs. And we are also trying to give you some information on specific important programs of the university. We are not dealing with all the programs for which project work is assigned, but still we are trying to give information on certain important programs which are available in Visakhapatnam region for the benefit of the Visakhapatnam region learners. Generally, the projects in IGNOU are a part of continuous evaluation of the university. This component is prescribed for select programs, not to all programs we have projects, but for selected programs we have this project component as a part of continuous evaluation and has marking scheme also. And for some programs, this project work is made optional, that the student can choose this project, but for some other programs, the project work is made compulsory. And there are many rules and guidelines for projects, and that is different from one program to one program. So students, we request all the students to follow the program guide or project guides, which are made available along with the study material, both in hard copy or soft copy, and for the submission of projects as per the schedule. And the schedule is given here. For the June term and examination, those students who are willing to appear for the June term and examination, they can submit the project by 31st May. And for those students who want to write the exams in December term and examination, they can submit the projects by 30th November. And these project reports should be submitted well in the scheduled period, because once you miss the date, automatically the project will be evaluated for the next cycle of term and examinations. That means at least that will be delayed by 6 months. So whenever you are appearing for the examinations, try to complete the project component also along with the same, so that you will get all the results in that particular cycle and get your certificates in time. First, let us go with the projects of BCA and MCA. Though these programs are not active at present in the Visakhapatnam region, but many students are asking for these guidelines of BCA and MCA. So we are giving here the projects of BCA and MCA. They require a supervisor, and the supervisor will be allotted by the study center, and we will take him or her among the approved counselors of that particular course. And the study center will automatically allot a guide when the student approaches the study center. And the students are required to prepare a proposal first, a synopsis, and they have to contact the supervisor for necessary guidelines and for necessary help and assistance, so that they can prepare a good proposal, a good synopsis, and submit this proposal and guides biodata also to the university. And you have to send the proposal to the regional center concerned, and the report also should be submitted to the concerned regional center only. For submission of synopsis, there is a schedule. 1st April to 30th June and 1st October to 31st December. This is the schedule for submission of synopsis. And when to submit the project? The final project should be submitted from 1st January to 31st March, and these proposals which are approved during the October to December period, one has to submit in this period. And for the project proposals that have got approved during April to June, they have to submit the projects, final projects from 1st July onwards till 30th September. And regarding the Viva-Voce, for both BCA and MCA projects, there will be a Viva-Voce, and the student has to appear before the examiners either at the regional center or at the study center, and they have to clear the Viva also. There will be a marking scheme for Viva also, so students have to complete the Viva-Voce in order to fulfill the all criteria for getting a BCA or MCA degree. And Viva will be conducted twice in a year, that is once in June, July for the project submitted during January and March. The project will be evaluated in the period April and May, June, and in the month of July, the Viva-Voce will be conducted. At the same time, for the project submitted during July and September, January is the date for conducting the Viva-Voce examination. When coming to the management project component is one of the major and important components in MBA degree, and this is MS 100. The code of the project is MS 100, and this project course is equivalent to 2 courses. Generally, to get an MBA degree, one has to complete 21 courses. Out of 21, 19 are theory courses and 1 is project, that is equivalent to 2. So it is coming to 21 altogether. So students can register for project only after completion of first 11 papers and MS 95. This is a compulsion, because the students, they have to learn particular basic things in management, and then only they can go for the project component. So it is very important to note that after completion of MS 1 to MS 11 and MS 95 courses successfully, then only a student can register to MS 100. Automatically it will take at least 3 semesters to complete all these 12 courses. So after that, a student can, in the 4th semester, a student can take the project, and this project can be carried out with the help of a supervisor automatically. And who can be the supervisor? Who can be the guide to the project MS 100? Generally, the faculty at the headquarters, that is School of Management Studies, they can be the supervisors for those who are residing near to the headquarters, and all approved academic counselors for MS 100 with relevant experience can be the supervisors. And also any faculty member in the management discipline with 5 years of PG teaching experience can also be the supervisor. And it is also given an option for the students to take professionals, those who are holding master's degree in management or any allied discipline, having a 5 years of minimum experience in the management area. So these these persons can be the supervisor for the MS 100 project of MBA. And the guidelines for MS 100 are like this. Students have to prepare a proposal first. Any project that starts with a proposal or synopsis, and the student who takes registration into MS 100, first they go to the supervisor. Immediately after registration to MS 100, they have to meet the supervisor of the guide and discuss things with him and what kind of area you need to work with. So you can prepare a better proposal, better synopsis, and prepare the synopsis and submit the proposal along with the biodata of the supervisor to the coordinator project, School of Management Studies, IGNOU Maidan-Garhi, New Delhi. It means the faculty at the IGNOU headquarters, they will evaluate the project proposal, whether it is up to the mark, whether it is within the guidelines, within the norms of the university, or within the syllabus, what is meant for the MBA students. So they will evaluate it, and then they will return the project proposal along with their comments, whether they can approve or they can ask for resubmission of project proposal again. And The approval of proposal will be communicated to the student either by post or by email from the School of Management Studies, and it will be generally sent within a span of 2 months from the receipt of the proposal by the school. So, whenever a student takes admission into MS 100, if they start working immediately on the first leg of the session, that means if a student takes admission in January, he should be able to send the proposal within a month, within 15 20 days. If he is able to send the proposal, he can get plenty of time to complete the project in time. And in case the proposal is not approved or not accepted or rejected, then what to do? Generally, whenever the school faculty they do not approve the proposal, they send their comments along with the rejected proposal also. They will send the suggestions to the student to incorporate in the revised one. So student has to prepare a revised proposal. There are cases we have seen that 3 to 4 times also some students they prepared the proposal. It means they are not up to the mark. So you have to give enough care while you are preparing the proposal and speak to your supervisor and thorough study the guidelines thoroughly, and then prepare a proposal as per the norms of the university, as per the guidelines, as per the structure given for this particular thing, so that your proposal will not get rejected. And the revised proposal is to be prepared, and you have to submit the proposal again to the same address, School of Management Studies, along with the original copy of the proforma which was rejected to you, so that there is a proof that the project was submitted earlier, and with some comments they have written, and you have incorporated all these things in the revised one. So your case will be examined again at the School of Management Studies, IGNOU Maidangadi, New Delhi. And now if it is approved, then what to do? Then you have to prepare the project as per the suggestions given in the approval letter. Generally, the approval letter, they contain some comments or suggestions from the faculty, so that you can go ahead with these suggestions and complete the project report. And after completing the project report, you have to submit it to the Student Evaluation Division, IGNOU Maidangadi, New Delhi. Any project, blindly you can think of this, blindly you please note it down. Any project of Indira Gandhi National Open University that are to be submitted to the headquarters. I am not talking about the projects to be submitted at regional centers, but for the projects which are to be submitted to the headquarters, they all should go to the Registrar Student Evaluation Division, IGNOU Maidangadi, New Delhi. This is the only address, because the evaluation nodal agency is Student Evaluation Division, so that has to reach them. And when for those students who are appearing for the June term and examinations, they have to send this completed project report within the duration 1st December to 31st May. And for those who are appearing for December term and examinations, they can send within 1st June to 30th November, so that the projects will be taken into consideration for necessary evaluation and declaration of results. Now coming to the projects of bachelor's degree program. Generally in bachelor's degree program, we find the projects in certain application oriented courses. So in AMT and AHE, these are the two courses of application oriented courses which have the project component. And these two courses are of 8 credits each, and within the 8 credits there is a division. That is, 6 credits goes to the theory and 2 credits goes to the project. So the project of these courses is compulsory, and students have to complete both these theory and project components in order to successfully complete this application oriented courses. And these application oriented courses are optional to the students, and they can choose at their own discretion. And there will be no supervisor for these projects. However, you can take any assistance of the concerned academic counselors, and if if you can attend, the study center can conduct 1 or 2 counseling sessions for you to guide how to go ahead with the project. So you can take the help of the study center in doing the project work for the application oriented courses. This true credit project is a compulsory component, as already I told, and the project guide is applied to the students as a number of suggested project topics. You know very well that a project guide is also delivered to the students along with the study material of these courses. Along with the AHE1 study material, you will get the project guide, as well as for AMT1 also along with the study material, you will get the project guide, and that will be supplied. And you can find some suggestions regarding the project topics, so that the work of the student will be easier. They can easily choose any of these topics and go ahead with the project. And the project courses are offered in the third year. Generally, the application oriented courses are offered only in the third year of the graduation. So students have to take enough care to complete within that year. And it means they have to start the project work immediately after registration into the third year bachelor's degree. And they have to send one copy of the project. They have to send only one copy of the project to the university, and one more copy also they can make and retain with them for their future references and for proof. Also, we always suggest the students to keep the postal receipt of the dispatch of the project to the university. Whenever they send the project to the university by post, please retain the copy of the postal receipt, so that it will work as a proof that you have submitted the project, because it is reaching Delhi. So whenever there arises any problem regarding the declaration of results, we can ask the university authorities by showing the acknowledgement or the postal receipt. So you please retain a copy of completed project as well as the dispatched postal receipt. And where to send? Students have to submit the project to the Registrar Student Evaluation Division, IGNOU Maidangadi, New Delhi. And the dates for project submission are so like this: 1st June to 30th November for the December TE, and 1st December to 31st May for those who are appearing for June term and examinations. And coming to another program, that is DNH, Diploma in Nutrition and Health Education. It also has 4 courses, 3 theory and 1 project, which is compulsory. So all the students of DNH has compulsory to submit a project of DNH4. This project work gives the students a field experience, and after taking admission, immediately you need to contact the coordinator of your study center, and the coordinator will allot a counselor, an academic counselor in that particular discipline to you, so that they will help in going ahead for the project. And you have to choose a representative of any voluntary organization who can be your field guide. Generally in DNH project, we have 2 resource persons for the student. One is a counselor, an academic counselor, who can guide you regarding the project, as well as one more resource person who can be the field guide there, because you will be working somewhere outside in a voluntary organization or in any other organization. You will be working for this project, and there will be another field guide at that particular organization. So you can choose a person in that area, in that discipline outside, so that he or she can act as your field guide, field supervisor, and automatically you will be having one academic counselor as your guide, and these 2 persons will act as resource persons for you for completing the project. And you are already given with the project guide for DNH4. DNH4 project guide is also supplied to you along with the study material, and if you go through the project guide, you can find 5 things given in the project. There are 5 themes elaborated in the project guide, and you are free to choose any of these themes, or you can also choose a theme of your own choice which is relevant to these 5 themes, and you can start preparing the project proposal. And while you are doing the project proposal, please try to contact the academic counselor who is allotted to you by the study center, as well as the fieldwork guide also, so that they can suggest you many things for completing the project proposal in a better way, better shape. And you please take approval from both of your resource persons, and both your academic counselor as well as the field guide, they have to approve your project proposal, and you have to submit a copy of that after completing the project proposal with the signatures of these 2 resource persons. You please make 2 copies, and 1 copy has to be submitted to the coordinator, and another copy has to go to the program coordinator, DNHE, School of Continuing Education, IGNOU Maidangadi, because it will go to the school for the approval. And while sending, please use the proforma given in the project guide. There is a proforma in which all your details will be there, and there will be a space for your signature as well as the signatures of the your academic counselor as well as the guide. So that proforma has to go along with the project proposal to the School of Continuing Education, IGNOU Maidangadi, New Delhi. After sending the proposal, you can start working on your project. Take help of your counselor and the field guide, and prepare the project report in 2 copies. You need not wait for the approval of the project proposal, just you can start working on the project work, and with the help of both of your resource persons, you can start preparing the project report in the lines given in the project guide. The project guide will be very important in your course of DNHE4. You have to go through the project guide 1 or 2 times completely and note down how a project report can be, and what are the guidelines for writing the project report, what are the subheadings, what are the headings, what is the data you need to incorporate, and how you can write the project report. All these things are elaborately discussed in the project guide, so you please prepare the project report exactly as mentioned in the project guide, and in 2 or 3 copies, because 1 copy has to be submitted to the coordinator along with annexure 3, and another copy, the main copy, has to go to the project section, Student Evaluation Division, IGNOU Maidangadi, New Delhi. This is very important because this copy will be evaluated for necessary marking of your project. The DNHE 4 marks are depending on this particular copy, so you please submit this copy to the SED project section as an in a registered post, so that you will be having a proof of submission of the project, and you can retain a copy of the postal receipt also along with you, so that can be an acknowledgement for the submission of project report. And at the same time, you also can keep 1 more copy for your own reference. Now coming to the PGDEMA program, Postgraduate Diploma in Educational Management and Administration. And in this program also there is a project, and the student has to carry out research on a problem from any of these compulsory courses. The PGDEMA program has some compulsory courses and elective courses, and the student can choose the topic from among these courses which are studied by him or her in the PGDEMA. And as usual, the coordinator of the center or the regional center, they can allot you a supervisor in that discipline, and the supervisor will be your guide for completing the project report. And the project guide or the supervisor is an academic counselor who is approved by the university, and you have to complete your project under his or her supervision only. And you have to get your proposal also approved by the guide. You have to discuss prior to writing the project proposal with your supervisor and talk to him or her, so that you can choose a topic which is relevant for your career or your future work, so that that will be useful for you. In your area, you have to choose one topic and discuss on that topic with the supervisor and how to make a proper proposal. And you have to prepare the project proposal, research proposal as per the guidelines given in the program guide, project guide, and along with the filled in pro forma, you have to submit the proposal to the regional director. In PGDAMA, the project proposal will not go to anywhere, but it will go to the regional director. So you have to submit the completed project proposal along with the pro forma duly signed by you and the supervisor to the regional director. You can also send it by post. Now the regional director will send the proposal to the evaluator, and it will be evaluated, third party evaluator, and the evaluated proposal, after getting either approval or non-approval, it will go back to the student from the regional center. Generally, the examiners of the proposal, the evaluators of the proposal, they suggest some points to the student or the supervisor, so that they can incorporate the suggestions in the final project. And students, they have to follow. Once it is rejected, or if the proposal is not approved, then the student has to go back to the supervisor and discuss and prepare a revised one, basing on the recommendations, basing on the suggestions, basing on the guidelines given by the evaluator. So they can do an appropriate revised proposal again, and they can submit it to the regional director and get approval for the project. So after getting the approval, generally the regional center, they will send the approval either by mail or by post to the student along with the approved pro forma, so that the student can continue work on the final project. And after completing the final project work, the student has to submit 2 copies of dissertation to the regional director. And generally this dissertation should be in hardbound, and that should be submitted to the regional director well in advance to the term exam. And there will be a viva voce examination basing on the project. After submission of final project work to the regional center, the regional center will send the final project to another evaluator in that same area of discipline. They will send it to the evaluator, third party evaluator, and that will be evaluated thoroughly, and a marking also will be given. And basing on that, if the final project work is okay, and if it is approved, and if it is marked with the minimum qualifying marks, then the student will be called for a viva voce examination. And the viva voce examination also will be conducted at the regional center premises, and prior information will be sent to the students for attending the viva voce. There is no other way except attending the viva voce physically at the regional center. The student has to come along with a copy of the dissertation, their own copy, and come prepared for the viva voce, and an examiner will be called on the day of viva, and students, they will be tested orally, and there will be marking again in the viva voce. So students, they have to clear both the final project work as well as the viva voce, so that the students can complete the project course. And there is a checklist. Before submitting the project report, the students have to go through this checklist, and the dissertation should be typed in double space 12 font in A4 size paper, and they have to attach the approved project proposal along with the final project. After completing the final project, you have to keep the original approved project proposal in the beginning of the project report, so that the evaluators, they will study the project proposal before they evaluate the final project, because that should be in sync. So the approved project proposal also should be tagged along with the final project report. So the cover page should be having your title of the study, name of the researcher, enrollment number, your complete address. If you can also give your mobile number and email ID, and name of the supervisor also. And you can see the specimen of the cover page in the project guide. And after completing this, and you can send this project pro forma to the regional director, and you have to give a declaration, because this is a dissertation and you need to have a declaration from yourself that the work is originally, should not make any copy from other books or other dissertations, and you should submit. There will be a plagiarism test also, not in it in a software, but generally we compare with the previous the dissertations, so that there won't be any copying of earlier dissertations. So you have to give a declaration from yourself that the work is original, and you have done it in your own capacity with the help of the supervisor. So you have to make a declaration, and the wordings of declaration is also given in the project guide, and you have to submit that along with your signature. Now your supervisor also has to give a certificate stating that this project is original and it is done under his or her supervision, and it is a genuine work. So that you are giving a declaration, at the same time your supervisor will be giving a declaration, and they are making the project, the dissertation work, as an authenticated work. And now you start binding it along with the cover page with a hard one, and you have to make at least two copies. One copy should be given to the regional. Generally we ask for two copies for sending the one, to retain one copy with the regional center and sending one more copy to the evaluator. But as most of the students, they cannot afford for doing this binding work, so even one copy also is accepted. So you please send one copy of your dissertation to the regional director and retain one more copy with you compulsory. Because after the evaluation of project and after the viva was, no dissertation will be given back. We do not give the evaluated book back to the student. So you please retain your work, your original work with you, along with all the signatures required. Coming to the MA in Education program, we have a project work in MA in Education, that is MESP 001, and a student will have to start working on the dissertation in the second year of the program, and they have to complete well before they write the examinations for the second year. And the project report for MA Education is to be submitted at the regional center only, and they can carry out the research work immediately after registering into the second year, and they can take a topic, they can choose a topic from any of their compulsory courses or elective courses and their specialized areas as per their option. And a student will be allotted with a supervisor from among the approved academic counselors of the program, and this work will be done by the regional center. In Visakhapatnam region, the regional center is the only place where they are dealing with the MA education and PG DEMA dissertation work, and the regional center will allot you one supervisor for completing the dissertation work. The research proposal along with the filled-in pro forma as given in the appendix should be submitted to the regional director for approval. The pro forma will be carrying complete details of your project, your dissertation, and the signature of yourself and the signature of the supervisor also. And the proforma along with the project proposal should be submitted to the regional director, and the regional director will give the proposal to a third party evaluator in the discipline, some other faculty member, and they will evaluate the proposal and they will give back to the regional center. As per the suggestions given in the project proposal by the evaluator, the regional director will send the same to the students for carrying out the project work. If at all the project proposal is not approved by the evaluator, then the same also will be sent back to the student along with the suggestions of the project proposal evaluator, and the student has to take care of the suggestions and guidelines given by the evaluator, and the student can discuss these same things with the project guide or the supervisor, and then prepare a revised proposal and submit to the regional center. And the regional center will send it to the evaluator, and that will come by after getting prior approval. So after receiving the approval from the regional center, a student has to start working on the final dissertation work. And after completing the dissertation work, the student have to submit generally 2 copies of the dissertation to the regional director. But we are asking for 1 copy only, as many students cannot afford for 2 copies, 3 copies of the dissertation. And we are allowing students even with 1 copy of the dissertation, so that will be sent to their third party evaluator again. And after completing the process of evaluation, if the project final dissertation is approved, if it is okay, if it is qualifying the minimum required marks, then the student will be called for viva examination at the regional center. The viva was generally we conduct at the regional center only after completing the term and examinations theory, and the students, they have to complete both the project, the final dissertation, as well as viva also. In viva also there will be a marking, and student, they have to get minimum required marking in both these components. And before submission of the dissertation of MA education project, the students have to check the following things. The dissertation should be typed. If it is just like the dissertation of PGDEMA, you have to make it double space single side, 12 point, and in A4 size paper you have to submit. And the student should attach the copy of the approved proposal, which was sent back to the student by the regional center. After getting the approval from the evaluator, student has to keep the original hard copy of the project proposal along with the proforma to the final project. They have to keep this proposal in the beginning of the project itself, so that the evaluator of the project dissertation, they will check the proposal and the final project. And there should be a cover page, and you can make a hardbound one, so that the dissertation will be good for evaluation. And that should have the title of the study, name of the researcher, his enrollment number, program, and you can give the address, complete address, along with the mail ID and mobile number, and the name of the supervisor also should be given on the cover page. And you can see the specimen given in the project guide. And you have to give a declaration. You have to give a declaration that you have done an original work and it is not copied from any of the previous books. You have to give a self declaration, and you can have a format also for that purpose, which is given in the project guide. And also we need a certificate from the supervisor stating that you have done a original work, a genuine work under his or her supervision. And the format is also given in the project guide, and you can use that format or by typing the same wordings in the another paper, and you can put the certificate after taking due signature from the supervisor, you can put the copy in the final dissertation copy. And you have to bind it with hard cover page and submit at least one dissertation to the regional center for evaluation, and you have to retain one more copy with you for future reference, because we do not give back the dissertation evaluated one, so you have to retain your own copy. And there will be a viva voce for both MA education and PG DEMA, as already explained to you. It is a compulsory one, and there will be a marking also for this. And we conduct the viva twice in a year. And for the June term and examination, those students who are appearing the June term and examinations, we conduct the viva in the month of July. And for those who are appearing the December term and examination, we call them for viva voce in the month of January. So please remember, after completing the theory examinations, you have to attend the viva voce examination at the regional center. And these are the only schedules we have. If you miss in the July, again you need to wait for January, and you will be losing a valuable 6 months time. So when you are appearing for the term and examination in the June, you please get ready for appearing the viva voce also in the month of July, so that the results will be declared along with the term and examination results, and you can complete the program and get your valuable certificate. Now there is another program with project component, that is PG certificate in patent practice. This is a law related program, and we have this program in Visakhapatnam region also, and there is a project MIRP 001 for this program. And this project gives you a practical training and orientation, so that you will be able to use the knowledge which you gained through the text into real life situation and the area of patents, and how to get a patent, what are the things involved in patent, getting the patents. These are the things can be thoroughly get a knowledge on these things through the project. And this project is having 4 credits. The value of credits is 4 for this project, and you have to prepare this project in the English language only. And there will be a project handbook for this, and that will be supplied to you along with the study material. So you can go through the project guide handbook thoroughly, and you can start working on the project. First, you need to select a topic of your choice, and there are some more topics are also given in the handbook, and you can choose any of these topics also, or you can select a topic of your own choice and start your project immediately after joining the program, because this is a certificate program of 6 months duration, and you have to complete it within the 6 months duration. So immediately you start working on the project, and you will be given assistance from a supervisor who can be allotted by the study center. And if you approach the study center or the regional center, we will make arrangements to allot one approved academic counselor as a supervisor to you, so that he or she can help you in carrying out the project. And first you have to prepare a project proposal or synopsis with 400 words, and you have to get your proposal approved by the supervisor in the proforma given in the project handbook. First of all, you have to show the proposal to the supervisor, and then get his approval, his or her approval in the proforma given in the project guide, and send one copy to the following address, that is Program Coordinator, PGCPP, School of Law, IGNOU Maidangadi, New Delhi. It means one copy of the project proposal which is approved by the supervisor should go to the Program Coordinator of PGCPP at School of Law in IGNOU headquarters. And one more proposal copy should be with you, and your proposal is accompanied by a letter of approval by your supervisor. And when you start working on the project, you please do not change your topic or its wording, when you submit the project, final project, the title of the project should be as it is of the project, the title given on the project proposal. And you please don't wait for the approval of the project proposal, because the supervisor is the authority to approve your proposal, and once you get the approval of the supervisor, it is final. And just for the records purpose, the school is asking for a copy, but you can start working on the final project work after getting approval from your supervisor. And after completion of project work, you please make 2 copies and send 1 copy to the registrar student evaluation division, because that is the nodal place where the evaluation works are happen. So you have to send the project to the registrar student evaluation division, IGNOU Maidangadi, New Delhi, by registered post, and keep 1 more copy of the project work with you, because you will not get back the evaluated project from the New Delhi, so you have to retain your own copy. But if your project is approved, then automatically your marks will be uploaded in the grade card, and if it is not approved or rejected, then that will come back. So make sure that your project work has each and everything which is asked by the program coordinator, that you need to have a declaration as per the annexes, and you have to sign the project work, and your supervisor also has to sign, and there will be a certificate of originality. So all these things should be properly checked before sending the project work to New Delhi. And the evaluation of your project, it will take minimum 60 days, that is 2 months from the date of submission. So please don't get panic if you do not get the result immediately, because it will take time, and you need to get at least 40% marks for clearing the project work. So if you get more than 40, your marks will automatically be uploaded in the your grade card. And if you get less than 40, then you have not cleared the project and you have failed in the project, and the same will be informed to you through by post or mail, and along with the comments and suggestions why it is not approved, why it is not so. So you need to make a revised project again. You need to go to your supervisor along with the suggestions of the evaluator and discuss thoroughly and prepare a revised project as per the guidelines, as per the suggestions given by the evaluator, and send it again to the student evaluation division for necessary evaluation. And don't forget, you have to attach the previous returned pro forma along with the revised project again, because that will go to evaluators again, and they will come to know that this project is once rejected and then this is a revised one, so that they will compare the suggestions whether they are taken into consideration while you are preparing the revised project or not. So you have to send the revised project along with the previously sent pro forma by the SCD, and that communication is very important while you are sending the revised project. These are some of the projects of Indira Gandhi National Open University, and we are not covering all the projects we have for all programs, but these are some of the important programs we identified for our region, and we wanted to help our students in this situation, so that they will get some knowledge on the projects and they can go ahead with the projects. And if you find any doubt and if you have any query on these projects, you please contact us at the address given here, the Regional Director, IGNOU Regional Center, 2nd floor, Uda Complex, Ushodhiya Junction, MVP Colony, Visakhapatnam. Or you can also approach your study center for necessary queries. And you can also call us on any of the working days when the regional center functions. And it is always better to use our email ID, so that even if the study center or even if the study center or the regional center is closed, or on Sundays or on any holidays also, we easily attend the email so that you will get proper and immediate response from us on your queries. So these are the few things we would like to inform you all, and thank you very much. And we wish you all the best for completing your program successfully with our guidance and support. We are there to support you 24 by 7 for completing any academic program of Indira Gandhi National Open University, and we are at your doorstep. Thank you one and all.